sandwich. You order one sandwich. Bodega Bytes. How much is that? Bodega Bytes. Bodega Bytes.
Mic check 1 2. Mic check. What's good? It's your boy.
It's your
Derek
boy.
Already D. What's up?
Shit.
Yo, Karen makes me look mad buff. You heard? I'm gonna sit like this. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah, so while we working out, you know what I'm saying? I be listening to Pop Smoke and shit.
Pop Smoke, shit. Hey, yo, give me one of them real daps. That feels good, man. That's the second one we've had. That's what I'm talking about.
Respect. Much
Welcome
love,
back.
much
Welcome
love.
back. Bodega Bytes Podcast, episode 5 here.
Talk to him. What's goody?
You know, we talk about everything hip-hop culture, the topics that influence its personification and reach within the community. You can find us online here on YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All you nasty motherfuckers out there.
Nasty.
Make yourself unnasty.
Nasty.
Listen to our shit. Get back on it. You can find us on Instagram too. We at Bodega Bytes Podcast. SoundCloud. We're going to be at Bodega Bytes Podcast as well. And we'll be uploading a new podcast probably like around every 2 weeks. Hopefully a little bit more in the future. But that's kind of where we're at right now. But yo, let's get into it. Let's
talk about it, man.
Let's chop it up, man. I think this week and just in general, I mean, with everything that's going on, you know, I think it's important to maybe touch on a little bit of mental health like we did a couple episodes ago.
I work because I'm going crazy, man.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm starting to fucking just
right.
Starting to get depressed.
It's a lot of stimulation going on, a lot of stuff circulating, and I think it's a lot of people's response just to kind of shut down almost. You know what I'm saying? We can't, you know, for the longest couldn't see our friends and couldn't see family, so
right.
I think a lot of people, you know, were just starting to go a little stir crazy.
I think exactly what it is, man. And now it's like, you know, you think they have the chance to go back to work, you think the economy's opening up, but it's not. It's like it's
half-assed. That's what it is. I mean, it's a half-assed opening, which maybe that might not be the best descriptor, but that's essentially what it is to try and stay safe, right? Because you gotta follow certain protocols so that, you know, we can open. And, you know, even like the NBA, right? Like I was talking to somebody today, right? The NBA had their first scrimmage. I feel like some of the protocol is just protocol so that they can open. I don't think it's actually doing something because there's no way the entire league, the players, owners, trainers, staff, camera guys, like front office people, you know, towel boys, no, not everybody can stay in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? So I just think they phrase certain things so that, you know, they can get a couple of dollars back. Basically, it's all, at the end of the day, everything's all about money. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, you know, they're just doing certain things to, you know, get their pockets back right before the end of the year's up, you know?
Absolutely, bro. Because it's very seasonal, you know, anything in the sports for sure. And it's always been like, like a lot of it is based on viewership, whether it's something you watch on cable, but most likely, it's like the live events. People go to, you go to a basketball game, you go to anything, like a football game, baseball season, like people love being there, you know? So it is, but it's like, it's all money. It's just like fucking Moneyball, I feel like. Yeah. But I feel like that's important to talk about, and also kind of how physical health ties into all of that.
Sure.
So, you know, you could be down during all these times, but if you're physically healthy, maybe mentally it'll kind of crisscross between each other, and you might be able to find a way to find a good balance between those two. But
break it down, sandwich or whatever. But
yeah, let's just dive into like health and hip hop. I guess I would say like when did health kind of become a trend in hip hop, do you think? Like
I would say probably around like the 2010s when Russell Simmons was on his yoga tip. You know what I mean? When he was doing all that. Probably too, like health and hip hop. I know, like
Billy Blanks. You remember Billy Blanks?
Oh, Tybo.
Like the Tybo shit?
Oh God, come on, man. That's not,
bro. But I feel like he was kind of, maybe he wasn't hip hop, but he was. I mean, he kind of was in a way. You know what I mean? He brought it to a different level. Then you had the Ruff Ryders. You remember the Ruff Ryders?
Oh yeah, they would do the outdoor workouts. They had like the Smack DVD version, and they would go out and do like pull-ups in the playground and things like that. That shit was hard.
Oh yeah, the Thug Workout Fitness. Yeah, from the streets. Wow, with DMX locks.
Yeah. Yo, I mean, you still see, who is it? You still see Jadakiss, you know, doing a quick little 20 clip.
Doing that shit.
Yeah. Or like I Am Transformer and IG. Those guys, they're all about that. You know, that rugged fitness. Anywhere you are, we're gonna get it in no matter where we're at. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of dudes, they started to realize if you wanted to be a high high producing CEO and boss, you need to have a clear mind. You need to, be healthy,
right?
And all that, kind of goes together with the lifestyle. So I know Jay early was, eating right, cutting back on smoking, drinking. Even like all the biggest artists who may portray a certain lifestyle and may seem like they're living a certain way,
right?
But in all actuality, they are very healthy. They're getting their sleep. You know what I'm saying? I think that's another big one in rap, sure. Where it's like, yo, team no sleep, or I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, you're not gonna function at your highest
you're not gonna be healthy at all.
level unless you have proper sleep, like point blank period. Plus, with all everybody's high, everybody's drunk. You know what I'm saying? So your brain needs to function, and I think it's something that isn't necessarily promoted, but it's one of those things like if you know, you know what I'm saying. If you observe the movers and shakers in the game and people who really making change, they're healthy, man. They got their food, their diet is on point. Even people like let's take like Rick Ross for example, right? Or somebody like Lil Wayne, like all these guys, touring crazy, probably 5, 6, 7, 8 years straight.
Just straight partying too.
You know what I mean? Just straight partying, and then they end up having seizures. You know what I'm saying? Like we lose a lot of people, to things like that. You know what I mean? Yams, Pimp C, you know what I mean? Juice WRLD, all these guys. But they came close to death, and they were like, look, like I gotta change it around. Like I gotta,
absolutely.
I can't just keep going to the studio every day and eating studio snacks and smoking and not getting any sleep. You know what I'm saying? And doing all these shows, it's gonna catch up with you. So those guys kind of really realize, look, I gotta take care of my health. You know?
Exactly. And I feel like being a big influence, like Rick Ross, he started was it RossFit?
Yeah,
it's kind of like his version of CrossFit. But I was like,
yeah, for sure.
You got to be, especially if you're somebody with influence. That's good to have like like something that you're going to start that helped you personally.
Right, and now with IG, everybody wants to be like taking a boxing class. Like everybody does the 30-second combo on IG now. You know what I mean? People are doing like their workouts on IG Live, so it's kind of like a cool thing now to like get your body right, get your, you know what I mean, get your push-ups in, you know what I'm saying. So
take care of yourself and shit. We should do some. I should fucking
bust a quick clip out real quick.
Oh shit! Can we get?
Don't hurt yourself. Oh, be careful.
Maybe
do it off cam. Do it off cam.
That's two for.
I mean, hey, I'll take it.
Right. I mean, my question too is like, do you think there's any ties? Kind of when we're saying that between poverty and poor health in the hip hop community. So do you think if you're poor and you have less income, let's say, coming in for within the hip hop community, do you think that like affects your health, or do you think it's kind of like an educational choice? Or I would say like,
I think it's a lot. I think the biggest one is the availability of resources, right? Like,
right.
Do you have access to actual healthy groceries, or do you just have a corner store that's got sandwiches and candy and things like that? Like, what exposure do you have? And then like a lot of people just don't know how to eat healthy, and then a lot of people think they're eating healthy and they aren't. You know what I'm saying? And because there's ways to eat right on a tight budget. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it's just about having the knowledge, and that's really where it comes to, because they don't teach you how to cook and stuff, and how to have a healthy diet in school and grades. That's everything that's been done at home. So some people, it's all about exposure, and that your folks give you, your parents give you bringing up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it does suck, because a lot of parents, especially in the hood, are either single parents or both parents are working, and you end up fending for yourself, doing stuff that's quick, you know what I'm saying? And stuff that's quick, 9 times out of 10 is not good for you.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just being exposed, and I think that even within that culture, there's not enough talk about healthy foods, when in other more affluent, circles, health is a bigger priority. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Going to the doctor more, getting your checkups, on the regular, making sure you got all your vitamins and things like that. I think that's a much bigger priority in those circles than in some. I even think that in some circles, like, you know, in the hood, it could be even seen as like, you know, like not popular. But one thing that's cool, like somebody like Jadakiss, right, who owns a couple juice stores. You know, they've even Styles. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Ghost. That he talks about black seed oil. Like if you smoke,
right,
you know, hey, this is to help with inflammation and they help get mucus out your chest. If you drink, this is to help you with, you know, dehydration to keep you hydrated. So they promote like black seed oil,
the juices for life, right?
Yeah. The juices, you know what I mean? So I think it's really good to, you know, people are trying to see like, all right, I can get a detox juice, I can get a green juice, you know what I'm saying? And like in these dudes, you know, are bringing the education to where it wasn't before, and I think that's huge.
I think that's absolutely huge because they're putting them, definitely in those communities, in the hoods, like where people need that education to help them be like, yo, like this is gonna make you feel good. This is good for our community. Like here in New York, I guess I didn't know that, but the Bed-Stuy location, they partnered with DJ Envy and Angie, from the Breakfast Club. Shout out to them. So Juices for Life with Styles P, Jadakiss, definitely like a good thing going on, and I think it's absolutely true, bro. It's like other communities and other circles definitely have, you know, more of a well practice of health within their mentality and their whole kind of just I guess way of living. And I think it's a lot harder to come by because of maybe education, because of income, and because of, you know, like, maybe single parents working, they don't have enough time to. A
lot of it's exposure, man. Like if you see somebody who's successful and who's living a certain way, and you know what I mean, and you can be exposed to that, you're much more likely to go ahead and try that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you know yeah, man. But I think at a certain point, though, it's also up to the individual, because we have all these tools, and you know, you can go out and pretty much figure out what you want. You know, whatever you want.
Right.
You know.
You can't blame it on, this is all they got around my area. Right. The bodega only sells this.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to put a little bit of effort into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always somebody else's fault. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, you do have to take some responsibility. You know what I'm saying, for your own body, you know, at a certain age. Like if you're a kid, if you're like a 10-year-old kid and like that's all you have is whatever's in the fridge, that's a different story. But as you grow up, you can, you know, make some changes. And
you could be like, I lived like this as a child. I don't want this for me or my family for the future.
Right, exactly.
And you could make that conscious choice. So do you think that's something that our communities can do to help the education of health, is starting with personal decisions within? Or do you think there's something that the community could be doing, like a lot of places do community gardens, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Even right here in Astoria, they got, just for COVID, they've got this local fridge. So anybody, they put food in there. So we've taken, like, they have fresh fruits in there, they have fresh vegetables, like pre-done meals and everything that, you know, the community can, to keep people healthy. It's like good choices.
And that's dope, man, because a lot of times, too, you know, you may have heard of something, but you may not like it only because you haven't been exposed to it. You know, if you can try something, you know, it may change your perspective on it. You know what I'm saying? If somebody can introduce something to you like that, I mean, I think that's a awesome way to just try and keep the neighborhood healthy, because you never know who's going through what, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, I think that through education and through just people normalizing being healthy, and not trying to ostracize somebody because they care about, you know, what they eat, or you being a picky eater, whatever the case may be. Right, or
like your stereotype of like, oh, the hipster vegan is out here.
Yeah, like if you want to live your life and be healthy, then totally do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel judged because you want to be healthy. You know.
Right.
But also don't be that asshole too. You know what I mean? Who tries to like talk down on people because, you know, of what their choice is. You know what I'm saying? Because they choose to eat meat and you don't. Like, just accept their decision, and you know, you guys live different lifestyles.
Yeah, it doesn't make you any better of a person or any less of a person, or any healthier or any less. Well, maybe in those situations, but I mean, it's like, it doesn't give you the right. You know what I mean? To be like, yo, fuck you cow eating motherfucker. You know, like that shit just is like, you know.
And like that's when people start to get get angry and, you know, have those negative stereotypes towards people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There was a music video that's actually pretty funny, by Nebulake. And we'll put it in here. Fuck, I wonder if I could pop it up. It's called "Fuck You, I'm Vegan." So it's kind of like that whole mentality. It's like,
shit.
Yeah.
Yo, sit to the space.
Pulley Poncho, what's happening?
You know what it is. We're preaching that vegan shit, y'all.
Straight from the vegan Bible. Open your ears. Here we go.
Hey, vegan hipster shit, dog. Yeah, it's the bumbling. I try to get everybody else like this, cause I know that they never ever felt like this. So I show them benefits of change diet, cause you won't feel like shit if you don't eat like shit, bitch. Yeah.
But you know the thing though about being vegan though, it's a whole lifestyle, man. It's like
it is, bro. It
like
really
no
is.
leather products. And I was talking, you know, like some medicine has animal products in it, has lactose
Absolutely.
in it, has
So many things, bro.
Some people have some vaccines have pork in it, like ground up gelatinous pork. So, you know, being vegan is not easy, man. Like you'll be surprised. There's animal products in everything, and that's what the whole vegan movement is. You know, you don't necessarily, an animal doesn't have to die in order for you to live.
Right.
You know what I'm
or
saying?
to suffer, yeah.
You know, so you know you're all about sustainability in life, and you know being like certain things, you know what I mean, are like gone through this process where it's washed in egg whites. You know what I'm saying? So like certain white wine.
Really?
Yeah. So like it's like vegan wine. So it's not an easy thing, man. And someone who does it well and lives that, I got a lot of respect for him.
It's a lot of work, man. I definitely feel like it's a lot of work, especially in America where it's like a lot of those things cost a lot more money compared to your regular things.
Right.
But if you could still, like you said, on a tight budget, eat healthy, eat vegan, you just got to be a lot more smarter and educated with how you go about doing that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. My cousin's vegan, lives in Brooklyn. I'm like, dude, everything down to like the shampoos they have. It's like they're not tested on animals. Like all the little things like that.
It's a lifestyle. It's a real lifestyle.
Right.
So, and I respect it, man. And it's one of those things where you're not really cognizant of until it's brought to your attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
man, there's some other music videos too that had this Chokules. I don't know where he's going. Those other guys were from fucking Germany.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But this guy is like, it's called 40-Year-Old Vegan. He's like some 40-year-old white guy rapping in the middle of a fucking like farm.
Yo, speak your truth, man. It's okay. Speak your
I'm not even vegan. That's the thing. I love my meat, man. And we're having steak tonight. You know what I mean?
They think I'm starving like I don't know what you eat. I beg your pardon, but I don't know what you mean. I got a mean appetite, more than average size. No, I don't skip Alamo with the apple pie. Triple scoop, soy milk, or coconut. Flavors from vanilla, cookie dough to mocha fudge.
So, and then, actually, I like this. You heard the artist Gray?
No.
Bro, I have to show you this one too. He did a thing called Vegan Thanksgiving.
Jump into the whip and hit the Whole Foods early. Get everything to get that soul food working, like mac and cheese, the collard greens, the black eyed peas, and get a roast of that tofu turkey. Got cornbread, even got stuffing. Mashed potatoes so good, put your hand in it. String beans, and you know we got yams with it. Got cabbage and greens with no ham in it.
Well, let's get back to health, and we talking about
talk about
the
it.
Veganism. You know what I mean? So, how do you think
Vegan.
that? Do you think that's changed the whole image of what hip hop is and what people kind of look up to? You know now is like healthy lifestyle. That like your best rappers. Do you think of part of it as like, oh, do I like them because of their lifestyle? Do I like them because of their sound? Like, how do you think it's health has shaped hip hop today?
Well, I think that with hip hop being the largest genre in the globe, you got some of the biggest superstars, and in order to perform at that level, you need to be healthy. And it's just, you got guys like DJ Khaled, for example, right?
Right.
Who a few years ago, this might be a bad example, but he got on like he was like a Weight Watchers ambassador. You know what I mean? He was doing all the health stuff on the elliptical. Remember, he had like,
I remember the commercial. He was like running on the shit. He's like,
so it's just like because hip hop is, so popular, it leaves room to market for everything, right? And of course, there's going to be like that fitness angle,
of course,
right?
Of course.
So I think with it being the biggest genre, which leaves it a lot of room for marketing. So I think for that reason, it's going to shape how how you view an artist, and you also like an artist for who they are, right?
Right.
So, you know, if their lifestyle and you know, their whole being, and you know, they're speaking their truth is about veganism and about being healthy, and if that speaks to you, then you would like their artist because of those reasons.
Right.
So I think that does, you know, correlate to a lot of the things, because we naturally gravitate towards music that speaks to our truth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
that's very true.
You know, you know, that could speak to you for whatever reason, or you could really agree with somebody's lifestyle choices, and for that reason you choose to support them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that just with there's a lot of people who you know, who are just trying to be healthy, man, and I think we've seen a lot of tragedy in the game from people who haven't been healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And, you know, they've laid examples. And some people kind of have short memory, man, and they forget what happened, or they forget who passed and why, and just kind of make the same mistakes. But a lot of us didn't forget. You know what I'm saying? Like, we remember those who came before us and, you know, who gave their lives to the game.
Right.
And, you know, I know I don't want to make those same mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
you know?
if you know them, you know what I mean? And it's something that you remember for sure. It's kind of built part of your personality.
You know, and I think, you know, health needs to be talked about a little. I think health, mental health, because none of that stuff is really talked about. I mean, it's talked about in the sense that it's not enough. It's not talked about enough. You know what I'm saying? In the fact of like, especially in the corporate level, when you deal with labels, I don't know with the new artist, like what the insurance policy is. You know what I'm saying? If they can go see, you know, a doctor, then go see a psychiatrist, talk about their mental health, being on the road. Right. You know, these guys, are doing, God knows what. You know what I'm saying? So I think health needs to kind of be just as important as, like your first chain or something. You know what I'm saying? Or your first whip. Like, you got to take care of yourself.
I could agree.
You know, and I feel like you got to have self-care.
Yeah, and I feel like within the community it needs to be more like an acceptable thing, not just like a marketing thing. Where, you know what I mean? Where it's like it would be accepted more, because I feel like it's easier. As an artist, it would be easier for me to be like, yo, check out my new chain, as opposed to like, yo, check out my new fucking doctor. You know what I mean? Like,
another problem.
I got a new psychiatrist. Like, bro,
people,
you feel like people are gonna judge you in the community. Like, bro, you don't really talk about those things, which is such a hard thing, because it's like, it's not necessarily manly, or it's not necessarily, something that like screams like,
it's not cool.
Yeah, it's not cool.
But they see, here's the thing, right?
But it's not,
it's cool when you reach a certain age. So like, 25 and under, you don't care. You don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That doesn't matter. Once it only matters once you need it, and you see that, like, oh shit, like, this is actually very important, right? So for all the young dudes, all the young guys out there, who, when you're young, you feel invincible. That's how you're supposed to feel. You have the youthful energy. It's electric. That's how it's supposed to be, right?
Right.
When you're young, you kind of forget about those things, and you say, I'll never need it. I'm gonna feel this way for the rest of my life. And then you go hard, and then you reach a certain point. You're like, okay, I've made some mistakes. I need to correct.
I can change it, or you won't, and it'll be too late.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think just kind of just talking to the young boys, young men and women, and really trying to get them to understand what's important, and kind of just making that okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, just making people aware.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? While they're young, because once you create those good habits,
they're gonna stick with you.
Everybody's gonna be in much better shape.
Absolutely. That's like, there's the thing by it's a nonprofit started by Doug E. Fresh.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is Doug E. Fresh coming at you with a message. You gotta hear. Everybody, keep your face mask on. Don't take it off, cause Corona's strong. And wash your hands for 20 seconds long. 6 feet, keep 6 feet, keep 6 feet. Social distance is on.
It's called hip hop public health. And it's a collaboration. They kind of foster like positive health behavior within the community. So they help like businesses, they help schools, they help individuals, like school districts, organizations, everything, to kind of create public health solutions for, you know, how can we make not only mental health but physical health, you know, the like how you can outreach in your communities to get all these things. So they kind of help organize all those things. Yeah. So Dougie Fresh has been a while, you know, he's been in the game for a long time. I mean, he's pretty old school. His rap's like this and you get like that.
The legend, of course, come on.
So, I mean, it's kind of cool to see that. I mean, even, you know, now on Netflix, you could watch anything about that. There's a documentary called Feel Rich, which came out in 2017, which is pretty good. It had Quincy Jones talking about his health problems since he's older. Yeah. And how he wished he would have, you know, kind of reversed it, but now he's like, oh, you know, like I'm accepting the things that I can't change, and definitely changing my diet and my health and awareness for that. Common, he's another artist who's he's all about that healthy life. Yeah, Russell Simmons, Common for sure, right? Yeah, I feel like like there's just so many artists that live that, and I feel like, you know, as a fan, I feel like it's my responsibility, just if I really like an artist or I really like something, to kind of go beyond that and see what they stand for. You know what I mean? And also, like, I like what they sound like. If they sound like shit, but they still stand for a good life, then I probably won't listen to them, but I'll respect them as a person.
Right. No, I think there's something to be said, especially talking to artists and producers who, after they've, you know, made the turn to go vegetarian or vegan or whatever the case may be, they always say, like, yo, I had a crazy creative breakthrough. You know, my productivity tripled, and like my brain is super clear, and like I have this clarity. So I think that, you know, maybe, you know, of course, you know, you do it for your health reasons, but a lot of people do it just to become better at their craft. Like, you have a stronger brain, so, you know, you're cranking out better and more music at the same time,
because it's making you feel better physically, mentally.
You know.
So do you think that's something that's like, I mean, that's definitely a real image in health that has a, you know, like an actual positive effect that you can see, whether it's the artist feeling like they're 500% more productive or creative, you know, giving them that extra energy they need, as opposed to, like, I don't know, drinking some fucking lean or drinking some liquor like right before they fucking do something, or smoking a sash or something like that. Like, you could maybe still do those things, but maybe finding an energy elsewhere too, where it's like, okay, something that's definitely healthier and probably prolong your life in the process.
100%.
But do you feel like the image in hip hop, where we're talking about, you were talking about the marketing aspect of it, like, just to do it because it's popular, so why not market fitness because fitness is hot right now? Do you feel like that has repercussions in the end, or do you think it's more of just like overall positive just because it's popular, and like there's nothing bad about promoting fitness?
I mean, I don't think there's anything bad of it, but I think that you just gotta walk what you talk, right? So I'm talking about DJ Khaled and his whole fitness campaign early on, right?
Right. Well, like, I highly doubt that I don't know.
I think that, I mean, we clearly saw, I mean, it was a campaign, but he lost no weight. You know what I'm saying? Right. With Rick Ross, he had like a near-death experience, so he actually, you know, lost a lot of weight.
He was driven personally to follow through with his health.
There's a lot of guys who've gotten, look, very healthy. You know, we can save the list for it, but just, I think that a negative repercussion would just be like why are you even why you're not even doing it? Like, you're claiming all these things, but you're just being a con artist. You know what I mean? You're just like, you're not really talking, and that's when I kind of think that that's bad, because you're taking the game and exploiting it. You know what I'm saying? Right. So exactly. If you actually believed in what you're talking about, and you got healthy, and you kind of wanted to share your experiences with others, and you wanted to be genuine and actually promote health to, you know, to the game, and, you know, to everybody, then that's all right. But if you're just doing it for a check, I get it. You got to get your bills paid, but you're kind of a culture vulture too at the same time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So I would kind of say that would, if it has to be a negative, but also too, you know, you got a family to feed, and, you know, if they offer me the same check, I'd probably say yeah too. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I guess I don't know if that's a double-edged sword. Maybe it's a catch-22, You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. I guess if you need the money, but I feel like if your value was strong enough and you didn't want to, you would probably be like, nah.
That's what we all say until that check is in front of us. You know what I'm saying?
I think it would be hard. It would be a lot harder to do that. But, bro, there's certain things that I would just be like, yo, even if somebody offered me a lot of money, I'd be like,
it's an unwavering
I just
position.
can't. Like,
yeah.
Because I'd be like, yo, especially if it's something that I'm public and I have influence.
Yeah.
And it's not something I agree with personally, I'm going to be like, dude, I don't want anything because that's going to affect my image and how I look at myself. Even if it's not even me that's judging it.
Right. No, 100%.
But, yeah, it would not be easy having a fucking check wave in your face like, hey, we'll make it worth your while. You know, like whatever it is. So, yeah, I think I agree. Like, it definitely has its time and place for repercussions in terms of marketing it in the right and the wrong ways.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, man, there was fucking. Well, the fucking show was pretty. It went into like it had this whole thing with Killer Mike and interesting, just going around the community with Run the Jewels and shit, man. And it just fucking.
Oh yeah, I seen that. That came out.
It was a while ago.
Yeah,
bro.
It came out a minute ago.
Yeah,
Killer Mike is a man though, dude.
He is, bro. He's definitely like involved in everything, bro. Super conscious about everything, health, social. He's very political, like. In the right ways, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I think, physical health definitely ties into everything, like we were saying, like with mental health. They get enough sleep, like your mind is good, you physically feel good, you know, like people who, there's a reason why CrossFit, there's a reason why we wake up every day and maybe try to go for a run for a little bit or go work out at the park because it makes you feel better mentally too,
especially with lockdown. You gotta exercise yourself because I feel like you stay in the house and you don't exercise, you don't get any sunlight, you're gonna be more be at a disadvantage to the to bacteria and to the viruses and whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? You need to get out, get your blood flowing, jack your heart rate up. You know what I'm saying? Get some sunlight, use your muscles just so that you can get your blood flowing. Even if you just stretch or something, like just get out there and
just get moving, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, so all you lazy motherfuckers, get moving, man. I'm telling you, bro. Oh, there was another thing I was going to say. Like, I remember, I mean, it's not really that important, but I mean, I guess we were talking about veganism. I guess Burger King dropped a lawsuit for the whole vegans trying to sue them for cooking the Impossible Burger on grills without the separate grill.
No, dude. I think that is valid. I didn't know that was a thing, but every person who doesn't eat meat when that dropped was like, I'm not getting it because it's cooked on the same grill that they cook the burgers on, so there's cross-contamination. And then also, correct me if I'm wrong. We have to fact this later on. I'm going to go ahead and say it, though. But I'm pretty sure that the Impossible Burger is riddled with chemicals that gives the same sensation as beef.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's plant-based, but there's like a cocktail of chemicals in there that makes it, feel and taste like it's beef. And it's like, if I'm going through all that, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I'm just going to have a burger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just give me a nice piece of Pat LaFreda beef, bing bong boom. You know what I'm saying? Call it a day.
Let's say you don't eat meat, period. To get that flavor, I mean, there's obviously, you're going to make that okay and be like, okay, that's fine. The chemicals, like, I still like or would like to try the taste of beef without having it be beef. But I guess with Burger King, it's kind of like, dude, like, what do you expect?
But you're getting the beef taste because it's cooked on the beef grill.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's what the taste.
So it's just
like you could take it off the beef grill and cook it at home.
Right.
And it would probably taste the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I haven't tried the Impossible fucking Whopper. Oh, man, which would be fucking delicious. I'd probably have to take a shit in like 2 hours from now and then get hungry again right after.
Right.
But I love that shit. And I remember Jay-Z, Serena Williams, Jaden Smith. Well, actually, I don't remember this shit at all. But apparently at Trevor Noah, Zed, they all, when Impossible Foods first came out, they raised like $300 million just from like these big celebrities that were like behind it. Even though, as part of the marketing thing. You know, some of them, I don't think all of them live that really fucking whatever. Maybe Serena Williams just because she plays tennis. But
she's
she's very fit.
But I mean, like I said, the Impossible Burger, I mean, I'm all for vegan products, but that one just kind of came the way it took the market over by storm. You could kind of see it had a really big money push behind it.
Yeah.
And it was something like when I see it at Burger King, Dunkin' Donuts, whatever the fuck else, it's like there's something going on here. And when it's mass produced like that, when I feel like it kind of loses its small batch boutiqueness. You know what I'm saying? And,
Absolutely.
And I don't know, man. I'm just if I want a veggie burger or just a vegetarian meal, I'm not gonna get a burger. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like there's
right.
So
Why would I
many
need
other options?
Right.
Like,
I think it's a neat concept, but like really, like if I did not eat meat, I probably would not want anything that resembles me.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And like, there's so much other stuff that you could do with it. You know, like this, there's endless possibilities. Why are we stuck to this one concept? Like, I have to have like meat, even though it's not meat. It's
Right.
It's chemically designed to taste like meat. Like I don't get that.
I feel like it's chemically for that boyfriend who's like met a girlfriend and doesn't have enough willpower to say like, nah, babe, like I'm not gonna be a fucking vegan.
Right.
But cause she is.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh yeah, I'll be a vegan with you.
I'll get this one time.
Yeah. And then the Impossible Foods come around. He's like, yeah, we gotta get these like Impossible Foods. Need vegan meat taste and shit. When you really should just be like, nah, bitch, like I'm gonna eat meat. You know what I mean? Like, you do you. Like I'm not gonna, like I don't know, bro.
No, 100%, man. I agree.
Cause it's like, why else would you like? If you're vegan, why would you even go to Burger King in general? Like most people don't. If they're you go over there for burgers.
Exactly.
But yeah, besides that shit, video games. Bam! Monster Energy Supercross came out with this.
Two new Drake records dropped, and I heard those ones 2 weeks before it dropped. Grease and Popstar. Grease is definitely song of the summer, easily. You know what I'm saying?
How many cents would that be right there?
How many cents? I mean, it'd be 99 cents. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! Okay.
It's good. It's a nice record, man.
Both of them.
Popstar's cool. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But Grease is definitely like that bop that we needed for the summer, just because, especially like there's the music that we've gotten, the quality music we've gotten has been slim,
right?
During lockdown. So yeah, Khaled bought some records from Drake. You know what I'm saying? Had to turn the summer up. You know what I'm saying? So those are some really good records. What else? I like Joey Badass dropped a record with Pusha T, Crazy. Pusha T always does his thing on his features. Crazy. Cole came out with two new verses. Was that Thursday? He dropped 2 new records.
Those are $1.99. What you think?
I gotta sit with those for a second.
Okay.
He dropped Lion King on Ice, and then I can't remember the other record, but one of them he produced. He produced one record, and then one he produced with Jetson and T Minus, and he produced himself. I think that's Lion King on Ice. They're good records. For me, what they sound like therapy lockdown records. Like I haven't been in the studio in a minute. Cole can snap. Like there's absolutely no doubt about that. Like what J. Cole can do lyrically, But it just the songs sound like therapy sessions for him. I'm getting back to what I love. I kind of got to give the people, something, to distract them from everything that's going on.
Right.
So that's really dope. What else? The new Logic album came out.
Yeah, it dropped today.
I haven't listened to it yet. I'll get to it. Like I'm a Logic fan, but I respect Logic's skill. Like he can rap.
Right.
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't really do it for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll check his album when I get to it.
Right.
But it doesn't really excite me.
Yeah, I would give that album I would pay 80 cents at a bodega for that.
Yeah.
Out of $1. Because I just out of that, out of like respect, because I respect him as a person. I respect his way of retiring and having this be his last album.
Yeah.
And a couple songs that I heard off of it, like the first 5 songs, they were pretty good. One of them was like kind of this Outkast kind of cover.
Yeah.
Almost the same sound, woodblock and the snare. It sounded pretty cool. But it was, I think it's more, like I'm not going to go listen to Logic on my Spotify playlist, most likely.
Right.
But just because I respect him as an artist, he's very talented.
He can rap. He's got some dope.
So that's
records.
where I feel like he's got more of the 80 cents level right now for me.
The deluxe came out this week because of the leak. That's fire. You know, rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
Rest in peace for sure. That's easily $1. That's a steal if you get it for $1.
Dude. That project is. I think it took everybody by surprise. I don't think anybody expected it to be that good. Honestly, it's really, really good.
That's probably more than I could say for Legends Never Die, with the with Juice WRLD.
Yeah,
I was actually pretty disappointed in that.
But you know,
it was okay though. But
the thing is though, is that I don't necessarily think that Juice WRLD is catered towards somebody like you. I think it's a lot different demographic with Juice WRLD because it did numbers. It did really well.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, me personally, it's just
his whole style.
I'm not into the whole whiny rap shit,
like
but I do respect him
almost,
too. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's kind of like if Blink 182 slowed themselves down and became a rap artist.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, man. He definitely punk rock influence. Like Kim, Uzi. Yeah. A lot of those guys definitely have that punk rock influence. But yeah, that shout out to Juice WRLD. And then they had a lot of merch drops too. When Juice WRLD's project came out. So
I would definitely pay $1 plus tax for Dinner Party that came out. It's actually pretty good. It's Ninth Wonder, Robert Glasper, a bunch of people. But dude, super chilled out, fucking classic Ninth Wonder beats, but very chilled out just because of Robert Glasper and the whole
musical genius.
Yeah, so that I would pay $1 plus tax. As God Intended, album by Apollo Brown.
Yeah, I
and
see that.
Che Noir is her name. I thought it was okay. Like I love. She's got a really strong like female rapper voice, but I think his beats are always banging. But then I think with her vocals, it just sounded very monotonous. So I think if you could split them up, I would probably pay $1 plus tax for Apollo Brown plus her. But I think as an album as a whole, I'd probably 80 cents for that bad boy.
It could have used some dynamics, is what you're saying.
Definitely
could have used a co-producer or something.
Yeah,
or I get that.
There was maybe one song on there I liked it because it had Black Thought on it too.
Yeah.
So it kind of brought it some kind of some like versatility or whatnot.
Yeah.
But other than that, I feel like her rap is very like stuck in a very cadence way of rapping. So it's just like the same flow over and over and over for the whole album.
She sticks to what she knows.
Yeah, and she kills it though. I mean, she's super dirty and grimy, but.
Can we shout out the female MCs one time though? I feel like they don't get enough love, man.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with that, bro? Like No Name is one. I've been on No Name for years now, and she recently blew up because Cole mentioned her in Snow on the Bluff.
Right.
Or he didn't mention her. He was like throwing subs, but also too like Meg Thee Stallion. She got shot by Tory, and I just think it's a little disrespectful that nobody's calling for the cancellation of Tory Lanez and her fan. I mean, maybe her fans are demanding an update, but like,
right.
I think we just got to take care of our women, especially like the black female MCs who are very vulnerable, and there's. I don't think you can put up an appreciation post. I don't think that's enough. Like, I want to know like what's going on. Like, is she okay? What's up with Tory? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing with him? What's the culture deciding on that?
Right.
We just got to just take care of all of our female MCs.
We definitely do, man. Shout outs, because man, it's very rare too that you find the females in this game with that much talent. You know what I mean?
And especially too, somebody like Rhapsody who has bars, super intelligent, loves the game, but carries herself the way she does.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I respect that because I feel like a lot of women now, if they, in their mind, if they want to win, they have to dress like the Cardis, the Nickis, the Cash Dolls. You know what I'm saying? When you don't necessarily have to do that if you got bars and you figure out how to finesse it your way, right. and you are who you are. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of times I really appreciate a dope female perspective. That's what I like about No Name. You know what I'm saying?
She can be herself and not have to worry about the competitiveness.
Exactly.
And I have to look like this or sound like this. Yeah.
Same thing with Rhapsody. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. They're definitely unique. You know.
Yo, what's the deal with them bars?
One thing I want to talk about though is some URL stuff. So we since last episode there was Gnome X, which is Night of the Main Event.
Okay.
Highly anticipated event, and it's been a while since. I mean, it's been 2 weeks, right? Which is damn near like a year in internet time, right? So there's been like a million blogs about the event. But long story short, the headliner was Loaded Lux, right, from Harlem, and then Sue Surf from Newark, New Jersey.
I'll wait. I'll wait, man. They know what time it is. Hey guys, love y'all.
Thank you for your time, brother. Appreciate it.
So are they still doing the battles where it's like you videotape your own type of production thing?
No, so that was RBE, right? So this is this is URL.
Right.
So they were out in out in LA.
Okay.
And then they had a whole COVID protocol where everybody was tested, so everyone pretty much like what the NBA is doing or like what the UFC did is essentially what they did. So they were in-person battles, no masks, just no crowd, right? There was like the only crowd was the artists who were there. So, but the biggest thing is that, you're having like the leader of the old school, not the old school, but like one of the leaders of the game with Loaded Lux, and then one of the new leaders was Sue Surf. Supposed to be like a style clash of generations. One of the biggest letdowns, period.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Like Surf came in and he was stumbling, so a lot of people feel that like no crowd really affects the artist. You know what I'm saying? He was forgetting his lines. Fumbling, a lot of skips, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
And then of course, when your opponent, especially in a battle, when your opponent doesn't show up, it doesn't create for that great of a battle. Like you want like a dogfight. You want both guys to like go back and forth. And you don't want to clear 30, because that's not entertaining. So that was kind of a big letdown, and it's been a big talk in the culture just about preparation. Another guy this guy, the Saga, who has been on a run for like the past year. He's been on fire, right? Okay. And then he finally got his shot, right, on this big event. And he ended up fumbling his first 2 rounds, like completely forgot him.
Oh no, the full 2 rounds. Not just a couple lines.
Right, but here's the thing, right? His 3rd round was going to be so impactful. He brought like a police officer who was like an actor who was dressed as a cop to like do like this BLM type of movement, like, because his opponent, this guy Mike P, is this white guy. He was like, all right, once we're done battling, then me and him got a battle talking to the cop. Right. So the whole thing was his 3rd round was going to be so profound that had to tie in with like all the protests and like all the social justice stuff, that he just wasn't locked in on his first 2 rounds, and that messed with him once he got to his 3rd round. So there was that. But we did get a crazy classic from Daylight and Tay-Rock.
Okay, tell me about this.
Dude, Day-Rock. Day-Rock.
The battle was Day-Rock, but
right, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
Daylight's crazy. Daylight is like one of the most prolific MCs in modern battle rap. And then you got Tay-Rock, who is just the straight up like killer pit bull for URL, like straight gun bars, like straight gangster, like everything that URL represents. Tay-Rock embodies, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, right.
So the thing is Tay-Rock can definitely control a crowd. He knows how to manipulate the building, but he's gonna go against somebody like Daylight, who is a elite MC. You know what I'm saying? Really smart and just has crazy bars. So what it did was it brought Tay-Rock up to a new level, lyrically, that no one has ever seen before. And then in Daylight solidifies himself as one of the best pens in rap, period.
Really,
bro? It's a classic. It's a certified classic. Like, the event would have been a dud if it wasn't for that battle.
Rock special, it's just you who ought to check the flow, Rock, but damn, they say Rock will be too big, he got turned into pebbles, bam, infrared.
Let's go, light.
He got turned into pebbles, bam, infrared, got me feeling like Deadshot. You sleep on the Flintstone bars, I put one in your bed, Rock,
And Daylight has some incredible lines, so did Tay-Rock, but one thing that's a saving grace is, which I was talking about the saga, there's Ultimate Madness starting, which those guys also battled, and that was also very lackluster as well. You know, it was like the March Madness style tournament, but the second one starts either tomorrow or next week, and a lot of dudes are looking for redemption. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the talk is, you know, are you prepared? You know, what's your preparation process?
Right. And you've had 2 weeks to do this, and then you have these happen in these rounds.
Well, even with the guys in the competition, they had 2 weeks, but somebody like Surf had like 8-9 months.
Oh shit!
Because they were supposed to battle.
So too much pressure, I feel like, on them. They're just like, oh shit! Like,
yeah, I mean, like, bro, like, we've been talking about Surf and Lux all year. Like, they were supposed to battle way before lockdown, like quarantine even started. You know what I'm saying? But it just got pushed back because everything was canceled.
Wow.
So, you know, these MCs, like these tournament MCs, get 2 weeks to prepare. No stumbles, no skips. But then the elite MCs get 9 months, 8-9 months, and are coming in stumbling, you know, choppy flow, whatever the case may be. So now the talk of the culture is preparedness, like what's gonna happen to the rappers if you don't finish your rounds. Like, do you get paid? You know, do they dock your pay? Is there gonna be like some type of point system, you know, put in place? So I'm curious to see now, you know, because taking the crowd away is just removing a whole different dynamic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this round of Ultimate Madness, and with the next major Smack event. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing a lot for the culture, man. They're on the Caffeine platform, which is free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have their app, the URL app, where they release new battles every week. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Quality battles too. You know, and all of them are fire. But just check out for the Ultimate Madness. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited about it. I think, like I said before, I think battle rap is one of the spaces in hip hop that has found a way to innovate during quarantine. You know, and I think that, you know, this little hiccup that we saw within the past couple weeks is just an evolution of that. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows when we'll be able to get a full crowd of 1,000, 2,000 people in a room, and then you can get that reaction that you actually anticipate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see what happens, especially when we got dudes like Daylight and Tay-Rock doing.
Yeah, that sounds crazy. That one. That definitely sounds like a good battle. I gotta see that. Yeah,
it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. They did their thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I'm just excited for Ultimate Madness too. You know, I love competition. I love battle rap. I love all that shit. You know, I love the face-offs. You know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it should be exciting,
bro. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I always look forward to hearing from the battle shit, because I don't, you know, I don't keep my ear to that. So you know, I trust in you to give me the good updates.
Yeah.
Because when I'm looking for the clips too to put them on, I'm like, I just go in this rabbit hole and I'm like, oh shit, what is this and this and this?
Yeah. I mean, like, I shouldn't be promoting this, but there's a bootleg where you can go find. There's a Reddit group where you can go find like all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely go pay for the app. It's worth it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I would probably go down that Reddit rabbit hole and try to find the shit where I don't have to pay for it.
Dude, but I mean,
because then you read the threads, see what people are saying, and then it's just.
No, yeah. I mean, if it makes it to the app, it's definitely heat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's not a good battle, then it's getting put in the vault.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And more Black and Wild news. Tekashi's probably doing something. Also, Mike Tyson is gonna fight a great white shark August 9th. Check it out. Shark Week.
No, he's fighting. Who's he fighting? He's fighting somebody though.
Oh, he's fighting a great white shark.
No, but like a person though, he's fighting
Roy Jones Jr.?
Yeah, Roy Jones, right?
Okay. Kanye is going in and out of
sanity,
bipolarism, federal election commissions. Who knows what he's doing?
Kanye's just being Kanye. That's what Kanye does.
Right.
He wakes up and like, fuck, I want to do whatever. I want to make an album. I want to run for president, and then the campaign's gonna be the album promo, and I'm gonna divorce my wife, but then that's fake. And I'm gonna love my family, and I'm gonna find Jesus, and then I'm gonna do it all over again.
Right. And then that's all fake, but it's not because it's real. But I was just telling you that it was fake because it's like, because it was real.
You saw the clip. You saw the clip of his rally. We was talking about Harriet Tubman, right?
Jesus, bro.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
The funniest part though is like he says what he says about Harriet Tubman, and then at the end of the video, the girl's like, "Yo, let's get the fuck out of here! Like, this dude's crazy! Like, get the fuck out of here! Like, yo, this dude is crazy.
He is crazy. He's his whole family, man. The whole affiliation, even Trump, man. Ivanka Trump. There was a Twitter post that Trump put on his fucking Instagram, actually, and it's a picture of Ivanka and him, and he's like promoting a bunch of Goya fucking black beans.
Oh, I saw that.
And I was like, really? You're doing this during this time?
No, he's trying to get that Latino vote, bro. Like, what?
So ridiculous, bro.
He needs that Latino vote. He's like, yo, what they got? Let me get some frijoles.
Yeah, let me get some frijoles. But then, of course, when you got BLM, they're black beans. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you know, they're not like Pito. I'm like, dude. And plus, it's like, bro, this has got to be breaking so many fucking ethic codes, like, for promoting your own business.
It's just desperate, yeah.
Mad desperate. Also, there's a $30 million Nike lawsuit for the new fucking, I forget what design it was. It was some fucking 5-star design that they're putting on the Jordans.
Yeah.
Some kid claimed, not kid, but a guy claimed that they stole his logo, and it looks exactly like it.
Oh, word? Yo, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. Nike's known for doing that. Like, they're trying to get, you know what I mean? Like,
dude,
it looks strikingly similar.
Dude.
And it's such an organic shape. And I'm like, dude, let me pull this shit up, because I'm just like.
No, I got to see that.
Yeah.
Well easy.
Like,
Well easy.
5-star fucking.
Now, Nike's been such like that. You know who else is such like that, too? Who got caught is Virgil.
Okay, I think, yeah.
Because you saw what happened when, because it was Pop Smoke's wish to have Virgil do the album artwork.
Okay, right.
Right? So did you see what they did on Twitter?
No.
So they released the original artwork, right? Well, not the original, the one that Virgil did. And then people are like, nah, son, that's not it, right? That's not popping at all. So somebody started a Twitter thread with graphic designers and see how fast they could recreate the album art that Virgil did for Pop Smoke. And somebody got it down to like 15-20 seconds.
Jesus.
To recreate his artwork,
crazy.
right? And they were saying like, yo, like Virgil like is literally like hitting licks on design. And then like later on the thread, somebody posted he did a collaboration with IKEA, right, for a rug.
Right.
And you know what his design was?
It
was a receipt.
Yo, for
he took an IKEA receipt and turned it into a rug and charged like $200 for it.
Wow.
So I was like, yo, like, if it was up to me, I don't care how people say, like, fuck off white, like, Virgil will be canceled. Like, he's taking people's money. Like, throw bread ties on a shoe and, like, you know, write your name on the bottom of a sneaker. Like, that doesn't make it extra fly. Like, you're hitting licks on people. You know what I'm saying?
No, exactly, bro. You're just trying to capitalize on that
like,
shit.
bro, when I saw somebody literally made that same album artwork in 15 seconds, I was like, nah.
And it's not even something that's super, super unique, even simple. Like, it's just like...
Yeah. I was honestly, though, I felt bad because I was rooting for him when he got the Louis Vuitton deal, you know, creative director or whatever for the men's section of Louis Vuitton. I thought that was huge. Like, we got a black man in Louis Vuitton, like... but I think maybe they could just be using him as a puppet just for more exposure in the black community, and his position isn't being valued like that because, I mean, I don't. This is definitely like I guess like my opinion, and it may be very unpopular, but I don't think his designs are that innovative. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think there's a lot more creative boutique designers out there than Off-White. I think his shit is highly overpriced and it's just gassed. It's all gas,
dude. It's all hype. It's all hype.
But this is the shit that
this is the Nike shit. So I guess that's basically it.
That's the original on the left.
So left is the faded royalty star logo, yeah, and then Nike's right on the right.
No, they stole that shit. They just
changed one angle, but there's still like 4 that are skinnier. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 that are skinnier. These 2 are a little bit larger. One's longer. It looks, bro.
That's hard though. I can't even hold you.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude, these. I mean, Nike is definitely known for. I could definitely see that shit. You know what I mean? So hopefully this guy or this
it was
company,
probably some kid designer who was trying to get on, who saw it, like, yo, they'll never find this.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then like, oh shit, he found out. Like, they caught me.
Right. And then you're gonna have like a big company like Nike be like, oh yeah, this is our shit that we made.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you said, it could be a replication of some shit. Like you see it, oh okay, like, oh that's like 5 triangles. Okay, let me put something together. Just by looking at this, but you're obviously looking at a reference straight up and copying it.
Right.
Maybe changing a couple things around. But yeah, that's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. So that's really I think it's definitely.
How much are they being sued for though?
30 million.
Yo, I hope that kid gets a bag though. Shout out to him. Like, yo, go ahead, copy my shit because I'm suing you later for 30 million. Copy it. I dare you.
Yeah, right.
You know Nike got it too. I hope he gets his bread.
I hope he does too, man. I hope he does too. Also, in other words, there's this a new album. Well, Mellow Music, not a new album. There's this guy named Cambatta. He dropped this video. This guy is different, bro. Like very, very out there type of hip hop. Not out there, just it's like he's a very political / good versus evil, demons versus heaven, heaven and hell type of rap. It's weird. He has this song called Mike L. Jackson. So when it describes the legendary miracles and the attributes of the late Michael Jackson, the whole song, every fucking punchline and every rhyme cadence that he does rhymes with Michael Jackson. So it'll be like Michael Jackson, Michael Blackson, he's a craftsman, like that type of thing.
Does that get old?
It gets kind of old, produced by D Polo. The delivery for it, I'll have to play it too. So I just like some of the lyrics was like, yeah, like it starts with my name is Michael Jackson. He kind of whispers in the rap. He's like, my name is Michael Jackson. Perfect mix of white and black skin. Nose carved by the finest craftsman. Moonwalk across ice in Aspen. Modern Christ of Nazareth. Beyond anything the mind imagined, I look like Michael Jackson. So it kind of goes on, but bro, like a lot of it's, and then there's a line here that call it pedophiles' actions, but I'm just Michael Jackson.
Whoa, hold up, pause.
Bro, he goes into some shit.
Call like, it, whoa. That's a red flag.
I look like Michael Jackson. Golden shoulder pads on shiny jackets.
That's a bar though.
Diamond brightly binding when the lights are flashing.
That's another bar.
Wild like fashion matching. Back when, remember the time was platinum, like Aladdin. When his wife is Jasmine, she looked like Michael Jackson.
Whoa, pause.
So, bro,
there's a couple sussy. He was heating up, and then he kind of lost me.
Are these bones in my face or some type of plastic? I name my son Blanket because when he was born, that's why he was tightly wrapped in. Stories never ending. I feel like Sebastian, but more like Michael Jackson. Man's body that a child's trapped in. Instead of playing, it's most likely practice. So he kind of, bro, he goes into like, I give a kid a hug. People think I'm trying to grab him.
Whoa.
That's where he said, call it pedophiles' actions, but I'm just Michael Jackson. So like, he's very controversial. His fucking, I'll put that, dude, I'll have to play it because it just is so fucking out there, bro.
My name is Michael Jackson. Perfect mix of white and black skin. Nose carved by the finest craftsman. Moonwalk across ice and Aspen. Modern Christ of Nazareth. Beyond anything the mind.
So I'm wondering if like he did this song way back then, and it was like, oh shit, let me go to the studio and put a lyric video out. I made this like 5 years ago. You know what I mean? Who knows? But yeah, that was just. I just thought the lyrics. I thought it was interesting to like rhyme with the same fucking word, and then have the content kind of be about Michael Jackson and shit. And then yeah, dude, it's got like fucking, but I denied their passes. Best womb is the test tube. Million other Michael Jacksons aborted inside of napkins. Like he definitely gets pretty, and he's kind of controversial with some of his stuff.
And his voice sounds demonic. He sounds like
he is very demonic. Yeah,
he sounds like he was influenced by Immortal Technique.
He does.
You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely get that vibe. Like I feel like that song should have came out, you know, when like Immortal Technique was like in his heyday. You know what I'm saying?
Like telling these stories and different like
because like those dark stories and like those that wordplay and like somewhat's got a story to it. You know what I mean? Like it's a very, you know, storytelling type record.
Yeah. So it's definitely different. I don't think I would ever listen or buy an album from this guy, but he's very definitely. Yeah, it's funny you say that. Not funny, but
it's acquired. It's an acquired taste too because I listen to it and it's like. It's not something that you would hear on a playlist. It's something that like you know this guy, or like even like with mellow music, you kind of like with each label, you kind of know their aesthetic,
right? Exactly,
and their sound. So you knowing that this coming from mellow music, you know it's going to be off the beaten path type shit,
right?
You know
a little bit more artsy, crafted,
you know,
kind of like Stone Throw, but Stone Throw I feel like maybe isn't that left field.
Oh yeah. I mean, every
label's got their thing.
They have their deep catalog. They have like the people who are popular, and then they have their like some signees who are like, oh, I didn't know they were on that label, and it's very abstract and like, what's the word? Avant-garde. You know,
avant-garde for sure. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, I kind of see. I feel like, you know, being in the battle rap and also liking, you know the industry as well and like underground music, because you find a lot of people who don't like industry rap, you know what I'm saying, who are in the battles, and then vice versa, people who like only listen to Lil Baby and like Gunna but don't really listen to battles. So I get with both, and I go to both for different reasons. If I just want to catch a vibe, if I want some good melodies, you know what I'm saying, something catchy, then I know where to go. If I'm looking for double entendres, similes, metaphors, bars, I know where to go. So it's depending on like what my appetite is for the day and like what I want to hear or whatever I'm excited about, that's what I'm gonna go to. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people complain like, oh, there's no lyricism, there's no this or there's no that. Well, there is. You just gotta go find it.
I don't know. Any final thoughts? Anything like that?
Just stay healthy, man. Help out your friends.
Stay healthy.
Be a good person. You know what I mean? Live right, eat right, listen to good music. Life is too short. Listen to that bullshit you heard.
Right, don't listen to that bullshit.
Subscribe,
if you
like
do,
the videos.
Maybe if you listen to bullshit, maybe be like, yo, if I'm gonna listen to this bullshit song right now, or your friend's gonna listen to that shit, you'd be like, yo, if you listen to that shit, you gotta do fucking 20 push-ups right now. You know what I mean? I don't care where you are. You know what I mean?
A quick 20 clip.
Yeah, quick 20.
You gotta cleanse your body.
That's
purge it. Yeah, man.
That's it, man. Purge that shit.
Yeah, dude. Just lock in. We'll see you guys next time.
Stay healthy, yeah. See you guys next time. That's it, like bam, boom.
Salute.
You order one sandwich. Bodega Bytes. How much is that? Bodega Bytes. Bodega Bytes.